Yeah, oh yeah. And then I stall it. Oh man, that was funny. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the channel, Grimm's Moto Vlog. I'm out here acting like a noob on my Z125, because I am sometimes. But anyways, guys, I'm here to bring you a new episode on this beautiful day we're having. And also a little update on why I haven't been bringing out content. And guys, the reason is because I've been working on new music. But on today's episode, I wanted to just go over upshifting and downshifting on the Z Pro, because I've noticed it's pretty difficult sometimes to get really smooth downshifts. So I wanted to go over that and do a little practice with you guys. So with that, guys, let's get into it. Here we go. I found it on this bike that downshifting around 4,000 RPMs and just giving a slight blip of the throttle leads to the smoothest downshifts, and it's easier to rev match, because I noticed that from 4th and 3rd gear. Oh crap, thought I had another gear. And I keep smelling like burning oil, and I don't know if that's my bike or what. And you hear those downshifts pretty smooth, but I've noticed that from 4th to 3rd is the same. Oops, gotta be in gear. But then the 3rd to 2nd gear is completely different. Like it's taller, so you have to rev it up higher to match, if that makes sense. But I'll try and show that for you here, because that's the main problem I think that people are having on these bikes, is downshifting from 3rd to 2nd, getting it smooth. Typically you don't downshift from 2nd into 1st, just because most bikes don't like that. But my FZ1 actually does. Alright, let's try this here. Okay, I didn't even give it enough gas there. See how much gas you have to give it from way up. Yeah, the bike does not really like that. So I definitely recommend downshifting below like 5 grand, because you're gonna have to rev it up to almost 7 grand to catch that downshift on the 3 to 2 downshift. As you can see there, I had to rev it up way high. It was almost 8 grand. And like, I don't want to be doing that unless I'm racing this thing. To get smooth upshifts, I've noticed that bikes like to be shifted in certain like ranges. If you don't hit those ranges, it seems like it's always kind of a clunky shift. You know, having clunky shifts is annoying. But the more you ride, the better you're going to get with your bike. That's just, I mean, I've got, what, 15, 16 years experience, so it gets easier the more you ride to figure it out. You'll figure out each bike's different. I've noticed on this bike, shifting around 5 grand is okay. Or not 5 grand, 6 grand, excuse me. And then higher above that, about 7 or even 8 if you have to, and you can shift pretty smooth. I usually just shift by ear. Same with the downshifts. Just that way you're not always looking down at the tack, and you're more paying attention to what what's going on in front of you. So I typically like to just go by ear, but I'm looking down for the purposes of this video. I always shift around 7 or 8 for the most part. It always just seems to be super smooth doing it that way. So I'm all about just riding the bike smooth, smooth is fast in racing. What also makes these bikes so good, or all modern bikes when it comes to shifting, the wet clutches. Oh man, wet clutches are awesome. My very first bike, which I'm gonna bring up right now, is that I am starting a new series on this channel called Night Ride Confessions, and in the series basically just want to highlight mistakes I've made when it comes to motorcycles and riding, and also, see, didn't go up high enough on that downshift, but also highlight just anything in life, mistakes I've made, just help people learn from them, because you know what, I've made a ton of mistakes, and if you don't learn from them, then you don't grow as a human. And if I can help someone else make a mistake that they don't have to make and still can learn from it, then perfect. Forgot where I was at. Oh yeah, my first bike that I ever had. One time I tried to downshift it in like a turn. It's kind of like a little turn in my neighborhood. I didn't know what I was doing, so I kind of just slammed it into gear, down a gear without revving it, and it automatically revved up to match the speed of the engine, of course. And the rear tire broke loose, and that was a little sketchy. I about lost it. So that's a mistake I've made that someone can learn from. Don't downshift in a turn without rev matching, or you can break your rear tire loose, and breaking your rear tire loose in a turn is never good. That's when high sides happen, and high sides are not fun. Probably one of the most painful wrecks you'll experience. I had a friend that just had that happen, and thankfully she's okay, but it hurts. Alright, we need to get some better downshifts on this, because I have not been a very good representative of my riding ability and this downshifting on this bike. Which, like I said, most bikes, the ratios between gears are pretty even, so you can downshift pretty much the same throughout every gear. But on these Z Pros, the gear ratios are different. Alright, I hope that was that Honda in front of me burning oil that I'm smelling, because I keep smelling burning oil. And I was getting hard on this bike the other day, and I'm hoping that it's not me burning oil. I should probably check the oil on this. But, I don't see smoke coming out, but... man, that'd be the last thing I want, is to have smoke coming out the tailpipe, especially from burning oil, and have bad rings on this thing. On a... I guess it's a single cylinder, wouldn't be hard to do, but oh, it's got to be this. Look at that big old can out the back of that. Are you guys seeing this? I'm hoping it's on the camera. That thing is so huge. It's like 6 inches on a Honda. We're having a rev competition. Yeah. Come on, rev it up, rev it up. I want to hear this 6-inch can. Ooh. Yeah, it's definitely him. I see the smoke coming out there now. You getting on it, baby. Let's go. Alright. Sorry, I was distracted with how big that exhaust tip was. That was massive. I thought the exhaust tip on this thing was huge, but no, I was wrong. Alright, this turn is always sketchy. There's so many bumps, like, in the turn. Alright, downshifts. From $5,000, that was about... okay, that was a little better. Might be a little bit less than $2,000 and less than $1,000. The lower in the RPMs you go, the higher up you got to give it more gas. If I downshifted at about $4,000, I've noticed that the downshift from 3 to 2 doesn't. It's pretty dang close to matching the other downshifts, so it's pretty smooth then. So let's try some of those. Man, I keep thinking I got a 5th gear on this bike. No bueno. Okay, let's try some here. I'm gonna do the $4,000 downshift so you guys can see how smooth it is. See, about the same RPM match, and that was from 3 to 2. So, realistically, if you want to downshift smooth, downshift late, I guess, at like the 4,000 RPM mark, if you want to downshift at the higher RPMs, you're going to have to give it more gas on the downshifts to rev match. Here, we'll do some good upshifts here. Okay, that was about $5,000 I did that at. Let's do a $9,000. Alright, $9,000, it shifts good. And it might just be that I am a more experienced rider and can do the upshifts better. But sometimes they're clunky if I'm at certain gears, but I could totally be wrong, man. This is just going off experience from me riding. No technical experience involved with it. So, but those downshifts are pretty smooth there. Let's get some good upshifts. The whole goal is just to ride smooth. Like I said, smooth is fast, smooth is fun. Being able to ride your motorcycle to the best of your abilities is always fun. Like, that's why we ride. At least that's why I ride. I want to be fast on this little bike because it's just fun. The shorty levers definitely help make everything just easier control on the hands. My favorite lunch spot. So like I said, I want to start that new series, and the problem I'm having, I've actually recorded an episode, but the problem I'm having is recording at night. So that's kind of why I'm set back too. I have been making a couple of videos here, but I just haven't gotten around to editing and all that stuff, like I said, because I'm really working on music. I got about 7 songs, 7 demos, I guess, and I'm trying to finish them and make them into complete songs. So alright, downshifting so I can accelerate. I do a lot of it off ear, like I said. I just did that off ear back there, but alright, let's try and get a good one here. There we go. I don't know if that was recorded. Ooh, lost grip right there on the good old tires in that turn. That always gives you a little heart race when you're both your tires slide on you a little bit there. Alright, let's rev this baby out. I've noticed too, accelerating up hills, 3rd gear is the way to go. You got to rev it up high if you do shift into 4th, if you want to have any acceleration up hills in 4th gear. But I'm also a pretty small guy, so that could also play a pretty big role in my acceleration uphill on this bike. Oh man, I'm losing my voice. Alright, let's get some downshifts here. Let's go from the 5 grand mark. Alright. So, yeah, I really don't like going from 2nd into 1st unless I'm really low on the RPMs. Just because bikes just typically do not like it. Alright, I'm gonna try and make this shift bad. Oh, that was horrible. Wasn't even... Okay, there we go. So that's like that. Yeah, that's how you make it shift pretty poorly. Alright. That was just real bad. My foot wasn't even on the shifter for the 1st gear. Okay, let's try and get some good shifts. Alright, there's a downshift. That was brutal. That was a little better. Now I'm done riding crappy. Let's ride good now. Let's race this Taurus. Go, 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 go. Yeah, he's not gaining. Uh-oh, he wants to race. Uphill, oh no. Downshift. Hopefully that was on camera so you could see. But I am accelerating. Alright, let's get some more downshifts in. Just get the practice going. Alright, this is trippy. So they painted this electrical box with this cat with 5 eyes, or 4 eyes and a 3rd eye on the middle of its forehead, dripping something out its mouth, or to be honest, I'm not totally sure, but this is tripping me out. I hear a marching band. It's a drum band, or drum line, nice. I couldn't see him with all the cars there. Yeah. Oh man, he practically stole this Mustang GT convertible. Where's the top down, man? It's beautiful out. There was a rally out here yesterday. They like to do stuff right out here on 72nd and Dodge. This is a pretty busy corner. Hear a fire truck or an ambulance too. Pretty sure it's in front of me somewhere. Alright, now let's make this light. I'm gonna beat this Mustang, watch. Woo! I beat a Mustang GT, baby! Speed. I'm gonna do it again. Quickness and agility. Name of the game with the Z Pro. Alright. Let's do some downshifts here. Just off ear. Alright, yeah, you definitely got to rev it up way higher. It still was a little rough, but it was way smoother than previous downshifts. Oh, there's a police car up there. I love when vehicles have all their brake lights out like that, except for one. Like, that's so sketchy, especially at night. And if you don't have a dash cam and you rear end them, that's your fault, which technically these people are driving illegally without. There's supposed to be at least 2 brake lights, one on either side at minimum. This is pretty dangerous to do, especially at night. That is a pretty clean Durango for being in the Midwest. I wonder what the underneath of that looks like. Because around here, everything's rusted and rotted, but that looks pretty clean. Alright, we got fire truck up here. This fire truck can't get through. What, for this guy? I'm confused. And now we got the ambulance. Look at that. We got the complete cycle. We got the fire truck, the ambulance, and the police car. Let's go. I think with the trifecta, we need to call it a day.